What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jesse D123 back with another video, and in today's video, as you guys can see on your screen, we're going to be doing something different today. In today's video, we're going to be ranking all of MLB The Show 21's inning bosses from rank S all the way to rank D. Drop a like if you guys are excited, man. If you guys have not clicked that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. We're on the road to 2,400 subs, man, so if you guys don't see our number at 2,400 yet, please be the cool guy, girl, that helps us get that much closer. I really appreciate it. Before we hop into today's video, though, you guys know we got to give today's comment shout out. Shout out to these 5 legends for commenting yesterday. Shout out to my boy Evan for being the first person. Shout out to my boy Sheldon for being the second. Shout out to my boy Minty Fresh for being the third. Shout out to my boy Kevin for being the fourth. And finally, shout out to my boy Daryl for being the 5th person. So without further ado, man, let's hop right into today's video. We're going to be ranking all of MLB The Show 21's inning bosses. So I cannot wait to get into this, guys. I'm very excited to make this video. I'm very excited to add this series to the channel because this opens so many possibilities regarding towards MLB The Show, MLB, even different sports, guys. So I can't wait to start something new on the channel. So we did this through Tier Maker, guys. As you guys can see, your boy did this. We made this ourselves. So if you guys want to do this tier making your guys yourself, the link to this will be down in the description. The first link down there, go ahead and click it. Make your tier rank and then tweet at me. My Twitter is always linked down in the description as well. Go ahead and tweet it at me, and then let's see if we can compare and let's see if we get something similar, you know. And if you guys only want to do that, leave your thoughts in the comments as well. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, so like I said, from rank S all the way to rank D, as you guys can see, the images are on your screen as well. I tried putting them in order, but something happened or something went wrong when I uploaded it, so everything's not in order. But pretty much every 3 images you guys see is an inning boss. Or an inning, I should say. So we have Willie Mays, Ernie Banks, Chris Sale. That's one inning boss. We have Vladdy, Nolan, Joe Morgan. That's another inning program. But we have Mike Piazza, Kenny Lofton, Fernando. That's another. Wanda, Christie, Eddie. That's another. So you guys get it, right? So on and so forth. We're going to be doing it in order today from 1st inning all the way to 10th inning. So without further ado, man, let's just jump right into it. So the 1st inning bosses were Mike Piazza, Kenny Lofton, and Fernando Valenzuela. Now, honestly, guys, my choice, if you guys don't know, Fernando was my choice, but pretty much everybody's choice in the community, at least as far as what I seen, was this Mike Piazza. I mean, he was a good catcher for his time, not gonna lie. He had really good stats, especially for a 1st inning boss when the game was fresh, new. He was really good. Kenny Lofton was kind of the odd man out, unless you guys were a big Kenny Lofton fan, or if you guys are a big White Sox fan, you guys probably went Kenny Lofton. But I went Fernando, and obviously because I'm a Dodgers fan, but not just because of that. Because this man had a screwball, and SDS specifically said they messed with the mechanics of the screwball in this game, and they really did. It's very hard to hit, so that's who we went with. So we're gonna be ranking Fernando. Fernando is an A tier. All right, if you guys disagree, let me know down in the comments. All right, but Fernando is A tier for me, guys. Now Kenny Lofton, like I said, he was the odd man out. I'm gonna have to put Kenny Lofton in the D tier because how many times did you see anybody run into ranked seasons and using this Kenny Lofton? Let's be real. Unless it was on probably the 1st month of the game, and then once the 2nd inning program came out, they probably didn't even use him, you know, especially with all those Topps Now cards. So yeah, and then we have Piazza. I'm gonna throw Piazza in the B tier because he was a very good catcher for his time, but nowadays obviously he has a better card. So yeah. So we're going to be moving on to the 2nd inning program, guys. So we have Jason Bay, Lee Smith, and Don Mattingly. Okay. Me personally, guys, Lee Smith, this man, he's going to have to go in the S tier. I'm sorry. He's going to be the first one in the S tier, guys. Here's why. Now, S tier for Lee Smith because I'm still using him. Lee Smith has one of the funkiest windups in the game, and he has a forkball. It's really hard to tell what's coming out of his hand, if it's a 99-mile-an-hour fastball or if it's an 84-mile-an-hour forkball. Like, it's very difficult. And if you guys don't have him in your bullpen, go ahead and try him out. He even has a gold card, so try that one out too. But Lee Smith is going to be the first one on the S tier, guys. Now we're going to be going on with Jason Bay. He was good for his time. I don't think he was that crazy, guys. I'm gonna throw Jason Bay in the C tier, okay, guys? And now moving on to Don Mattingly, same situation as Kenny Lofton. Sadly, if you're a big New York fan or if you're a Don Mattingly fan, that's probably the only reason why he went Don Mattingly. So I'm gonna have to throw Don in the D tier as well. Now we're moving on to the 3rd inning program, which was Grady Sizemore, Dennis Eckersley, and Troy Glaus. So I'm going to throw Dennis Eckersley in the B tier. because he was good for his time, but now he's kind of outdated. I do have him in my bullpen right now because I want to retry him again, but that's why he's in the B tier. Now we're gonna be moving on to Grady Sizemore. Now a lot of you guys might get mad at me for this. I'm sorry, but he's not going in the D tier. He's going to the C tier, guys. Okay, because Grady Sizemore, honestly, same situation as Kenny Lofton, Don Mattingly. If you were a big Grady Sizemore fan, or if you were just a big Indians fan, you guys probably only went him, like my boy Fuzzy. I know he got the parallel 1 of 1, or excuse me, parallel 5 1 of 1. So I didn't see too many people go Grady Sizemore. And then honestly, Troy Glaus, if I have to be honest, I'm gonna have to throw him in the C tier as well. I would throw him in the B tier, but I'll have to throw him in the C tier as well, just because he had good defense. I'm not gonna lie, his stats were pretty nice, only against lefties. But I didn't really see too many people using him. Obviously, when the inning program came out, they used him, but he's gonna be going in the C tier. Now, moving on to the next one, we have Wanda, Franco, Christy Matthewson, and Eddie Murray, guys. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit spicy, I'm not gonna lie. Eddie Murray was a switch hitting first baseman who had a lot of power, guys, a lot of power. And that's the reason why I'm gonna be throwing him in the B tier, because he was a switch hitter, first baseman, he had a lot of power for his time. He's still a very, very good card, not gonna lie. Now we're going to be moving on to Christy Matthewson, guys. Now, Christy Matthewson, when I seen him, he had a screwball. He has a funky windup, but his hits per 9 were pretty low. I'm going to have to throw Christy. Try to throw him in the D or the C, guys. I'm going to have to throw him in the D. I'm going to throw him in the D tier because I haven't seen too many people use him, and his hits per 9 were very, very low. He did have a screwball, and I believe his windup takes forever, too. So, yeah, he's in the D tier for that. And now Wander Franco, guys. Wander Franco is going to be joining Fernando in the A list, or excuse me, the A tier, because he's a switch hitting shortstop, and he was very, very good for his time. Wander Franco just got called up, and we got a 99 Wander Franco, and then they took that away, and then they made 99 Wander Franco an inning boss, which is something that we never seen that early into the game. And SDS did really good with that card, and he's a switch hitting, like I said, shortstop. We have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Nolan Ryan, and Joe Morgan. I'm gonna throw Vladdy in the B tier because he had a lot of power, and he has an arm, so he has a lot of power and a lot of arm. So I think he's respectfully he should be in the B tier. Now, guys, Nolan Ryan. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't been playing ranked seasons, he is dangerous, guys. He has an outlier on that 4 seam. He only has 4 pitches. Windup is funky, and he throws very, very hard with maxed out hits per 9. I'm gonna have to throw Nolan in the A tier, guys, just because he's still effective right now. And he came out, I want to say maybe what, like 4 or 5 months ago, if I remember correctly. If not, it's just like 3 months ago. We're gonna have to throw him in the C tier just because I don't see a lot of people using him, unless you're doing a Reds team build or you guys are already a big fan of Joe Morgan. No disrespect to him because he's a legend. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one we have, one of my favorites. We have, where's it at? Matt Kemp, Pedro Martinez, and George Brett, guys. Now, if you guys been watching the channel for, we've only been making MLB content for about a year, but I'm a Dodgers fan. You guys know that by heart. Any Dodgers player that gets an inning boss or any Dodger card in the game has a soft spot in my heart. And Matt Kemp, bro, this card's amazing. I spent like 150,000 stubs last year on a Matt Kemp card just to get him. So Matt Kemp, I didn't really use him too much this year, though. That's the thing. I really like his swing. He's very, very good. I'm gonna have to throw Matt Kemp in the B slot just because I didn't really use him too much. If I used them a lot, I think I only have him parallel 2. He for sure would be in that A tier. Now we're gonna be moving on to Pedro Martinez. A lot of people were disappointed in this card. I know my boy Ochev was vocal on Twitter about his hits per 9 needed to be higher, especially if it was a signature series. Pedro, his hits per 9 were like 103, 104. Like everyone should have thought he should have at least been 115 plus, you know. He's still a very, very good card to use. I don't know if you can use him too much in rank though. So I'm gonna have to throw him in the B tier as well. And then George Brett, guys, kind of the same as Kenny Lofton, Christie, and Don Mattingly. Not too many people went him unless you're a big Royals fan or you're a big George Brett fan. Honestly, I'm gonna have to throw him in the D tier, guys. I'm gonna have to throw him there. No disrespect, obviously, but just solely based on what I've seen, he's gonna be going there. Now we're gonna be moving on to, an interesting one. We have Hank Aaron, Spencer Torkelson, and Tony Gwynne Jr., guys. Hank Aaron is an S tier, guys. I'm sorry, Hank Aaron, you're S tier, bro. You're a legend. Let's go. Now moving on to Tony Gwynne Jr. Now, typically, I'm gonna have to throw Tony Gwynne in the B tier just because he has high contact, and I know he has some decent power, and he can play a lot of the outfield, obviously, and he can catch everything. So Tony Gwynne, he's a very, very good choice. So I'm gonna throw Torkelson in the C tier just because. We're throwing him in the C tier just because like I said, he has really good stats. Better stats than George Brett, better stats than Dom, better stats than Kenny Lofton. Yeah, he deserves that C ranking. Now we're moving on to Willie Mays, Ernie Banks, and Chris Sale, which is the 8th inning program, guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw Chris Sale in that A tier, bro. A tier, just because, as you guys can see, my A tier consists of a lot of pitchers. Just because he's nasty, guys. Chris Sale, he's going for, I think, about 600,000 stubs right now. He's going for a lot. Willie Mays was probably one of the most craziest cards this year, I'm not gonna lie. Willie Mays deserved that S tier, respectfully, just because that card is amazing. His swing is a little weird. I don't know if SDS needs to work with that, but it's okay. He deserved that S tier. Ernie Banks in the C tier, because I couldn't really use him that much. If you guys could disagree, let me know down in the comments, or make your own tier list and tweet at me. But Ernie Banks is in the C tier for me, guys. And now we're moving on to the final 2 inning programs. We have the 9th and then the 10th. So we have Babe Ruth, Eric Gagne, and Johnny Bench for the 9th inning program, guys. I don't even need to say it. Babe Ruth, S tier, of course. Eric Gagne, he had 125 hits per 9. That Vulcan change with that fastball, I think he deserves at least an A tier. I haven't used him this year, but he's just he's a Dodger. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. And then Johnny Bench, guys, he had really good stats. He's just another one of those situations where he was the odd man out, like Kenny Lofton, Dom Mattingly, Christy Matthewson, and George Brett. I'm not gonna disrespect him too much though. I'm gonna throw him in the C tier. He's not a D tier, I don't think, just because his stats are really good. And yeah. So guys, there's only 1 inning boss left. It's Albert Pujols. Some of you guys, big Angels fan, big Albert Pujols fan, thinks he deserves an S tier. Stat wise, he's amazing. I'm damn near looking at his stats right here on my screen. His stats are amazing, guys, but his swing is so messed up in this game. SDS needs to fix it. I'm gonna throw Pujols in the B tier just because of that. I haven't really used him too much as well. If I used him and was doing really good with him, he'd probably be in the A list, but just for the sake of this video, he's gonna be in the B tier list. So guys, there you have it. The 4 cards that are in my S tier list are Lee Smith, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and Babe Ruth. A tier is Fernando, Wanda, Nolan, Chris Sale, Eric Gagne. But yeah, guys, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's been your boy Jesse D123, and I'm out.